I searched for years, I found no love. I'm sure that love will never be a product of plasticity. One of my favorite philosophical tenets is that people will agree with you only if they already agree with you. You do not change people's minds. A composer is a guy who goes around forcing his will on unsuspecting air molecules, often with the assistance of unsuspecting musicians. Everybody believes in something, and everybody, by virtue of the fact that they believe in something, uses that something to support their own existence. There are more love songs than anything else. If songs could make you do something, we'd all love one another. Some scientists claim that hydrogen, because it is so plentiful, is the basic building block of the universe. I dispute that. I say there is more stupidity than hydrogen, and that is the basic building block of the universe. The first thing you have to do if you want to raise nice kids, is you have to talk to them like they are people instead of talking to them like they're property. The computer can't tell you the emotional story. It can give you the exact mathematical design, but what's missing is the eyebrows. Information is not knowledge. Knowledge is not wisdom. Wisdom is not truth. Truth is not beauty. Beauty is not love. Love is not music. Music is the best. The rock and roll business is pretty absurd, but the world of serious music is much worse. Music, in performance, is a type of sculpture. The air in the performance is sculpted into something. There's a big difference between kneeling down and bending over. The illusion of freedom will continue as long as it's profitable to continue the illusion. At the point where the illusion becomes too expensive to maintain, they will just take down the scenery, they will pull back the curtains, they will move the tables and chairs out of the way, and you will see the brick wall at the back of the theater. I never set out to be weird. It was always other people who called me weird. It isn't necessary to imagine the world ending in fire or ice. There are two other possibilities, one is paperwork, and the other is nostalgia. Eventually, within the next quarter of a century, the nostalgia cycles will be so close together that people will not be able to take a step without being nostalgic for the one they just took. At that point, everything stops. Death by nostalgia. The universe consists of 5% protons, 5% neutrons, 5% electrons and 85% morons. There are only two things to remember. Number 1, don't stop, and number 2, keep going. It gets harder the more you know. Because the more you find out, the uglier everything seems. The bassoon is one of my favorite instruments. It has a medieval aroma, like the days when everything used to sound like that. Some people crave baseball. I find this unfathomable, but I can easily understand why a person could get excited about playing the bassoon. Certification from one source or another seems to be the most important thing to people all over the world. A piece of paper from a school that says you're smart, a pat on the head from your parents that says you're good, or some reinforcement from your peers that makes you think what you're doing is worthwhile. People are just waiting around to get certified.